I'm Amy Cherry. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow ya. We're learning more about the body of a woman found in waters at the Yacht Harbor Marina in Palm Coast Wednesday. Tony Magoo reports.
After an autopsy was conducted by the District 23 Medical Examiner's Office, the woman has since been positively identified as 22-year-old Alexandra Lawson, and notification has been made to her family. The cause of death has been ruled a drowning. Now, right now, investigators have been unable to determine the exact circumstances that may have caused her to drown. This investigation is still active. Authorities are asking for anyone who may have any information related to this case or video surveillance in the area to contact the Flagler County Sheriff's Department. But if you'd like to remain anonymous, call Crime Stoppers at 1-888-277-TIPS. You could be eligible for a reward up to $5,000. While we have confirmation on the identity and cause of death, this is still the early stages of the investigation, according to Sheriff Rick Staley. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Tony Magoo.
Teachers in Flagler County may be forced to undergo new training in suicide prevention. A proposed policy that could go before the Flagler County School Board would add mental health experts in every school. Schools would also be required to work with Flagler Cares on training for mental health care and suicide prevention. Under the policy, teachers and staff would be trained in recognizing warning signs in student behavior. They'd also be required to contact students' parents if mental health treatment is recommended. The district superintendent would also have to develop a plan in the event of the threat of a suicide. School board member Colleen Conklin raised concerns about how schools should deal with the return of a student who was committed under the Baker Act. She also called on the district to adopt its own policy and not just adopt the state's. The proposed policy will have a public comment period. A vote wouldn't likely come before March. Graduation rates in Flagler County are once again on the rise. John R. King has more.
Statistics released by the Florida Department of Education on Thursday show the graduation rate for both the state and Flagler County increased in the 2018-2019 school year. Jason Wheeler is the Flagler Schools Community Information Specialist.
The state rate actually went up to 86.9%. Flagler Schools, we saw our graduation rate go up to 89%, which is about a percentage point higher than we had last year. And last year was a record high rate, so we're pleased with where we're at, obviously above the state average. We take a look at our subgroups as well, among the African Americans, Hispanic Latinos, ESE, all those numbers have gone up as well. And as Superintendent Tager has stated, that this is just great news for everybody, the entire team. We're all doing the right thing for all of our students, preparing them academically for life after they leave our school system. So you look at the 5-year trends, and especially with that graduation rate, we're 11 points higher than we were 5 years ago. So we're going in the right direction here at Flagler Schools.
As for the individual high schools, Matanzas High School's graduation rate was 94%. That's 2 points higher than a year ago. Flagler Palm Coast High School's was 86%. That matched last year's mark. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm John R.
It's been cold this week, but not cold enough to open the sheltering tree. That happens when temperatures reach below 40 degrees.
But we thought you'd like to know how those who use the place are treated. Martin Collins,
I'm the assistant chair of the board,
said that people are not just housed for the night and then told to leave in the morning.
We get our cots out of storage, our blanketing, all that is laundered and ready. We set up the beds in the parish hall on the afternoon that we're opening up.
Collins said when it's below 40 degrees outside, the sheltering tree opens from 5:30 in the afternoon to about 7:30 or 8 the next morning. He said they have a reception team to greet those who will stay the night, an overnight team who will stay at the shelter, a team to make dinner that night, a team to make breakfast the next morning, and to clean up. And of those teams, Collins said,
everybody is a volunteer. It's no cost to the county or the city.
If you want to help with donations of clothing, bicycles, or money, go to FlaglerShelteringTree.com. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Amy Cherry.